Stephen Ezell is the Vice President for Global Innovation Policy at the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation. He joins us now. Hello, Stephen. Now, if the US does go ahead with sky-high tariffs on microchips, what is that going to do to a truly globally integrated industry?
Well, it would have numerous negative consequences. I mean, first, it would significantly raise the cost of virtually every single product in the world, which is everything that uses a semiconductor. So businesses and consumers across the world would be hit by higher cost for goods. Now, to the industry itself, it would certainly disrupt carefully calibrated supply chains that have been implemented over dozens of years. Semiconductors, the world's fourth most traded product, and specialization that we've seen in this industry has enabled the constant increases in semiconductor capacity and decreases in cost. And there's Moore's law. So tariffs would be very deleterious to the global semiconductor ecosystem.
Trump, of course, is hoping these tariffs will give the US a home ground advantage. But how difficult is it to actually build a chip hub?
Well, it's extremely difficult. Even just building a semiconductor fab itself takes 3 to 4 years, and it entails the integration of hundreds of thousands of parts and components. Your previous interview talked about ASML. Now, the laser alone in an ASL machine has 470,000 parts. So really, it's about the ability of these companies to orchestrate complex supply chains to get all these components into a factory. And if we raise semiconductor tariffs, it's only going to make this process much more expensive, much more complicated, and it will make the United States globally uncompetitive in the manufacturing of semiconductor goods. What that will essentially lead to is, yes, we'll have some more fabs, but we'll have higher prices for semiconductors in the United States, and our firms will be uncompetitive in global markets.
President Trump has said in the last few days that the government's thinking of buying a stake of Intel. Do you think that's part of the strategy to almost partly nationalize the industry?
I don't think we're talking about full nationalization, right? Or the forms of industrial policy that Europe has used in the past, where like France created a company called Group Bull to compete with IBM, and that's nationalization, so to speak. I think this is more of state corporatism than nationalization per se. That said, I think it would portend an unfortunate trend that should not be carried any further than an investment in Intel.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Much appreciated. Stephen Ezell is the Vice President for Global Innovation Policy at the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation.